Hey, Steve Sweeney here. I just want to say hello to all my friends out on Facebook. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm doing all right. I haven't washed my hands this much since the first grade. I always forget to wash my hands now. Remember when you were a kid, first grade? Wash your hands. You get dirt under your fingernails. Wash those hands. We used to wash them with borax soap. Now they got this fancy stuff that there's a run on, if you believe that. I'll tell you what I'm really enjoying, though, is the social distancing. Wow, that is the greatest thing that's ever happened. Haven't you always wanted to say to people that are close talkers, stand back. Jesus Christ, I can feel your breath. Now the guy could be 6 feet away. He could be farting his brains out. Doesn't even bother you. Social distancing. Also, my dogs, they're looking at me like, another walk? You gotta be shitting me. We get it. We need exercise, but 6 in one day, that's a little much. I'll tell you a few things I've been doing. Barnes & Noble is open for takeout, but of course I go in. Maybe I'll have a coffee, but you can sit there, you can read books if you're strapped for cash. It's like a version of the library. Also, Best Buy is open, and they have the Mexican Coca-Cola, which is out of this world. It's pure cane sugar, right from Cuba. Remember that Coke you'd have when you were a kid? It was great. You got a tremendous buzz from it. It's funny, for people in recovery like myself, we learn over all these years, the one thing we don't want to do is isolate. Now the government's telling us, stay in your house. Isolate. So, and also, I've been getting these calls from people I haven't heard from in years because the boredom has set in. They'll call me up, just checking to see how you're doing. No, you're calling me because I'm at the bottom of the list and I've answered the phone and you're bored shitless. But I'll tell you, boredom is a good thing because that means you're not panicking. In 1939, Orson Welles had a radio show called War of the Worlds. And the whole country was in a panic because they thought America was actually being invaded by people from outer space, but it was just a radio show. Doesn't this feel that way? It feels like a movie, of course, with dire consequences. But the anxiety level is through the roof. Everybody is reacting to this according to their own personality traits. Some people are naturally anxious, so now they're really anxious. Some people are careful, so now they're really careful. Some people are subject to depression, so now they're depressed. But the thing to remember is anxiety is always the future, depression's always the past. Where are my feet? It's always this moment. Now, how do I get into the moment? I practice breathing. I practice Kundalini yoga. One of the breaths is you breathe in 4, you let it out for 4. Breathe in 4. Let it out for 4. That's going to slow you down. The mind listens to the breath. Calm down. You can be careful and calm at the same time. So I wanted to say hello, and I wanted to wish you the best. And this thing, like everything else, is going to pass. Remember when you're a kid and you fall in love and, wow, it's such a great feeling and you think it'll last forever? And then people that have been married for 20 years, they'll say, it's going to be over before you know it. Believe me, then the work is going to start. So if good things can pass, so can bad things.